Today they're in episode 316 of Look What Jess Found. Probably the most interesting coin I found in some time. I don't understand it. If this is a counter stamp, I'm actually going to make this video a little bit longer. I'm going to make this into a longer video. I'm really intrigued by whatever this is, and I want to look at it closer. And I did not do that during the long version video. For me, obviously, that looks like a D. And on the right, it actually looks like a bell. And on the reverse, to me, this is, I don't know, that also looks like a D. And then that looks like the back of whatever struck the front, which is what to me looks like the D. Let me see, can I look inside? See if we can get a little closer. So what's the major question here? There's one major question. Okay, I'll give you a second to think about it before I start with my thesis, hypothesis, theory, questions. You can see how you can see how how it rolls to the top, right? So, but the problem is this one here is a strike just like this one is, except this one goes straight through and that one does not. All right. And let's look at the rest of the penny just to see if there's anything else going on before. Is there any machine doubling? There could be some machine doubling here. So if you look, this is good. If you look at the trust, right? So trust on the other side, are there letters on the other side also? There are, but they're the big one letters, O-N-E, 1 cent letters. They're huge. But on the reverse, you have these smaller letters. And to me, you can see the deformity in the smaller letters, right? On both sides, right? But you don't see it. Do you see it down here? No, you don't see it in the 19th, in the date, and you don't see it in the Liberty. So what does that tell me? That tells me that, right? Because so the T and the R, for example, the T more specifically, and the G, all of the letters up here, especially like I said, the T, well, forget about the E, that's struck through. The G, maybe the N. There's some deformity there from what appears to be debris. Now, you can see it very good here in the T. I'll go a little closer. See, there's either elements from the die itself. Same thing with the S. You can see either machine doubling or you can see debris from whatever happened here, which tells you that this is a mint error. Okay, because if it was done after the mint, then there wouldn't be any debris that would be getting stuck to the penny. That's my opinion. So that answered to me the main question, whether or not this is a mint error or post mint damage. And I don't believe this is post mint damage, like I said, because of the debris that you can see changed the initial strike of the penny, of the coin, as opposed to post mint damage, where you'll see lines and stuff like that, and but you won't see copper that looks like it came from a different part of the penny that was um, stamped on as debris onto the cent. So there, on this penny, what I'm going to say is, and the funny thing is, it's on both sides, right? So what does that mean? That means that the debris that was on the it was on the anvil, and it was on the hammer. So the way it looks here is that there was a block, something got stuck on the hammer, and something very similar got stuck on the anvil. And probably very few of these were made because the hammer and the anvil were so damaged by the I'm gonna have to say steel, right? Some hardened steel got stuck right in this area, right in this little place. Little pieces of metal got put onto the hammer and the anvil right here, and that's what we're looking at. So right here where you see the hole that goes straight through, there's damage to the hammer and anvil. So when they hit each other, they went straight through the coin. And look how it moved around all these elements and all these other pieces. I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna look at this underneath the loop afterwards. I don't want to disrupt the video, and I can see it pretty clearly, I have to say. But this is probably one of the nicest um era pennies I found in quite some time. That's not, post mint. That, for example, I a couple weeks ago I found a Counter Strike penny that my members identified as a Freemasons Counter Strike. Beautiful, beautiful penny. If you didn't see the episode, it was great. This is not a Counter Strike, right? This is, again, I'm going to identify this as a mint era severe strike through. That's what I'm going to say. This is severe strike through debris. If I had to place value on it, I mean, if these were identified, like if this was identified as something specific, then that would increase the value. But let's just say this is just a damaged dying hammer that some junk fell on, for whatever reason. Then I don't know, $20, $30. That's what I would put this at. Maybe more, maybe, but I'm going to say $20, $30. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this little extra tidbit video. I thought it was episode 316. I thought it was a great video, a great episode. It was an all copper penny roll, which is super duper rare. And this is one of the pennies we found in the penny roll. So you could see me hunt and find. Okay, so God bless, and I'll see you in the next episode.